Victor? Victor, where are you?
Over here, dear.
This house is a mess, I tell you. I'm not spending another minute living under this log.
It's early spring, and the Vole family is thinking of moving house. But where will they find the perfect home? Boom! The rabbits have moved into the best burrows, but with so many babies around, there'd never be room for a family of voles, too.
Come and play with us. Yeah, come on. We've got this great game. We're daring each other to sit in the dinner without Mum seeing.
Sorry, no time to play. We're looking for a new house.
What about over there?
In a corner of the garden is the bird table, where hungry great tits come looking for peanuts from the feeder.
Come on, Peanut. Gotcha.
We can't live up there. We can't fly. You can't live up here either, mate. It's too high. Too high. You'd be falling off here in no time. You stick down there where you're nice and safe. So the voles go on their way. But they soon find out there are some parts of the garden that are safer than others.
Victor? It's the cat. Quick, let's make a run for it.
But lucky for them, the cat doesn't feel like hunting. She's going to have kittens any day now, and she'd rather find a shady spot to sit down. Now the pond could be a good place to make a home. This is where the newts live.
Morning, Victor. You're welcome to join us here, but you can't swim underwater, can you? We've got special skin to breathe through.
And the tadpoles breathe through gills on either side of their heads. The pond is really no place for a vole. Amongst the flower pots and rockery stones lives a family of snails.
All this fuss about finding a home. It's the same story every spring. I don't know why everyone can't be like us. We carry our homes around on our backs. It's much more convenient, you know.
That's all very well if you're a snail, but I think I'd look silly with a shell on my back. And the voles head off to the woods to look for a home. There are plenty of animals setting up home in the woods around the schoolhouse, but this is a dangerous place for the voles. They could become somebody's lunch.
Hello, little voles. Just you come over here. I could show you lots of places to live.
Don't listen to him.
The deer is right. The voles should keep well clear of the wily fox.
Come back to the garden, mate. We didn't mean all that about falling off the chimney. Yeah, we don't care if you can't fly. We're still your friends.
Come on, Vera. And the voles make their way back through the yard, past the puppy in his kennel, and back to their log.
You know, Victor, maybe this isn't such a bad place to live after all.
You're right, Vera, and there's plenty of food to eat.
A bit of spring cleaning and the mess will be cleared up in no time.
And they set about tidying up. After all their travels, the voles realize that really, there's no place like home. It's breakfast time in the yard, and there's a scramble for the birdseed.
Come on, let's get down there before the hens.
Pigeons don't care. They'll steal anyone's meal when they're hungry.
Yeah, this is the life. Free nosh, easy pickings. What more could you want?
Get your greedy beaks out of it. That's ours. Go and find your own.
Are these pigeons causing trouble? These ladies need their breakfast. They've got eggs to lay. You pigeons wait your turn. Stop barging in.
Oh, me? Never
never touched them, Governor. Anyway, there's plenty for all of us.
The pigeons carry on helping themselves. It's the same story every morning. While the others are eating, the pigeons on the roof notice a hen wandering off by herself.
Here, Flora, where you going?
I've had enough of this scramble. I'm going to find somewhere quiet to lay my eggs.
And off she goes.
Now, where does everyone else lay their eggs?
The garden's peaceful at this time in the morning. There's just the gentle hum of the masonry bees, who've already started laying their eggs between the bricks in the wall. Bzz, bzz, busy, 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 got to finish the nest. Whoops, got to lay the eggs. Bzz, bzz, busy, got to rush, mustn't fall out. The masonry bees have made nests in these glass tubes between the bricks. They surround their eggs with pollen, so that when the eggs hatch, the larvae will have something to eat. When they're bigger, the larvae will turn into bees. Bzz, bzz, bzz. Exhausting work. Got to have a rest. Phew. To protect their eggs, the bees even seal up their nests with earth. They're some of the most careful homemakers in the garden.
That's all very well, but I can't lay my eggs in a hole in the wall.
As Flora continues her search, little does she know, someone's watching her.
There must be somewhere around here.
The fox thinks he's spotted lunch and starts to follow her. Meanwhile, in the pond, the damsel flies are also laying eggs. The male helps the female by holding her firmly while she leaves her eggs under the lily pad.
Whoops! Out of the way unless you want an egg on your head.
Underneath the leaves, the eggs will be safely hidden from hungry beetles. In the garden, Flora's so busy thinking about her eggs, she still hasn't noticed the fox.
Where do you swallows lay your eggs?
Us? We go indoors where it's warm and dry. Come on, Flora, I'll show you. I found an empty corner in this stable. The mother swallow uses feathers to line her nest. If I were you, Flora, I'd come up here to the rafters with me. When I'm sitting on my eggs, no one would ever know I'm here. It's a lot safer than on the ground, and you'd be out of the way of that fox.
Fox, fox, oh my goodness. Whatever shall I do? Quick, run for it.
The hen is lucky. She escapes back behind the safety of the chicken wire just in time, and the wily fox has to look elsewhere for his lunch. But Flora learns a lesson too. Everyone has their own safe place to lay eggs, and hers is back in the yard, well away from her inquisitive enemy, the fox. It's a very exciting day at the schoolhouse. Flora the hen's eggs are about to hatch.
Come quick, come quick. The babies are arriving.
Babies? Babies? Wow! Hey! I'm gonna be a dad. Listen, you lot, I'm gonna be a dad. Come quick! The baby chicks have already started to crack their shells and poke their way out with their beaks. There's no time to lose, and the pigeon sets off to spread the news to everyone else. It's hard work being born. Just one more push. Eventually, the tiny chick breaks out, head first, damp and spindly, into the world.
Oh, where am I? Which way is up? Where's my mum?
He's soon followed by his brothers and sisters.
Will someone turn me the right way up?
Don't look at me, I can't stand up either.
The pigeon tells the starling, and soon the word spreads all over the garden. One by one, the chicks hatch, and gradually the animals gather to meet the new arrivals.
I'll be along in a minute. Just got to finish this lettuce leaf.
Victor Vole, are you in that log? Come and see the new chicks.
Chicks? Chicks? Who said chicks? But being a cat, Bianca might well harm the baby birds.
You keep well away, do you hear?
Yes, well away.
Bianca knows she won't get past the dogs and gives up. The chicks have all hatched now. They're still quite weak, but as they begin to get stronger, they're able to stand up without help. They're also getting hungry. Their feathers are drying out too, and they're starting to get their fluffy yellow colour. Apart from one little brown one, who was the first to be born.
Quite cute, really, aren't they, Trev? You going soft or something?
The tadpoles have heard the news too, thanks to a gossipy water beetle.
Off for the latest report. Oh, crikey, maybe not. There's a cat up there.
One by one, all the animals leave their food and make their way to the yard. The news has spread to the woods, and the deer leaves her snack to have a closer look. The chicks are a few hours old now, and their feathers are completely dry. They look like fluffy bundles. They're getting stronger too, and some of them are trying to flap their wings.
Look at me! I can do it! Look at me!
But they have one unwelcome visitor. One of the little brown ones has decided to explore. And quick as a flash, the fox darts across the yard. But the chicken wire has been fixed tightly, and he can't get in.
Oh, bother.
Good job, too. Leave the little ones alone. So the fox moves off, and the chicks settle down safely for the evening. They have many lessons to learn about their enemy, the fox, but that can wait until tomorrow.
Mum, tell us a story.
The days are growing longer, and spring is turning into summer. A family of wasps has moved in. They're building their home in an old nesting box on the wall. It's going to be a hot day, and Socks the puppy is already feeling playful. The pigeons are settling down to a nice spot of sunbathing on the roof.
Bit of sunshine. Can't beat it.
Socks is looking for someone to play with. First, she tries the rabbits.
Hello, Socks. How you doing? Do you want to come and play with me? What, now? It's a bit hot for running around. Yeah, we're going underground where it's cooler.
So, the puppy wanders over to the Vole family.
Us play? Oh no, it's far too hot for us to be out.
And besides, it's not safe. Come on, Victor. Don't dawdle. Bianca's watching us from those bushes.
But the cat won't try anything while Socks is around. The puppy tries to tempt the pigeons into a game.
Come down and play catch.
Well, we would see.
But we're all catching the sun, know what I mean? Mom, I'm bored. Will you come and play with me? Not now, dear. Just sit in the shade and cool down.
The snail's got the right idea and makes for a shady flower pot.
But I don't want to sit down.
Amongst the ragwort, the cinnabar moth is keeping an eye on her caterpillars. They've just hatched and are starting to munch on the leaves.
We're far too small to play with you, Socks. We'd get squashed.
It seems no one wants to play with the puppy. Above the pond, the damselfly is sunning herself on a leaf.
It's lovely and cool by the water.
Yeah, come for a swim. That'd be a good game.
I don't think my mum would like that. I've never been swimming before.
At the bottom of the garden, the tortoises are enjoying the heat.
Tell you what, we'll do a little dance for you, cheer you up.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that was smashing. I think I'm ready for a nap.
And at last, Sock settles down for a rest. As the afternoon slips by and the sun begins to go down, it's playtime for some of the other animals. A pair of fox cubs comes out for a game of chase.
Just you stay over there while I have my supper. Look, watch this. I can mud surf. Here, watch.
It's all too much for the rabbit, who gives up on his supper and makes for his burrow. The young foxes can't be bothered to chase him. He's too fast anyway. The cubs will grow up soon enough, and then there'll be trouble. But for now, they scamper off into the woods. It's a warm summer evening in the woods, and the rabbits have just come out for their supper.
What you got there, Bernie? Loads of crunchy leaves. Not as good as carrots, though, eh?
Meanwhile, Flora the hen is gathering up her chicks.
Come on, you lot. Time to go inside. Oh, just a bit longer, Mum. No, I said bedtime now, and I mean it. It's far too late for little chicks to be out. Oh, all right, Mum.
Victor the vole is just finishing off his dinner of sunflower seeds, while Sally the squirrel is on her way home for the night.
Come on, Victor. The woods are dangerous for voles at night. Isn't it time you went in?
I'll be there in just a tick.
Victor, it's getting late. I don't know where you put all that food anyway.
Stop fussing, Vera. I'll be along soon. But Victor is soon distracted by another tasty sunflower seed. It begins to get darker and darker and darker. And still Victor doesn't go home. He's too interested in the fox cubs. Sounds like a bit of fun going on over there. In the early evening twilight, the fox cubs come out to play.
Hello, fancy a game of tag?
Ooh, who's that? Can't a fellow get any peace around here? Go away, I'm busy digging.
Come on, Bags, I start. Bet you can't catch me.
The badger can't resist a good chase. That looks like fun. I wonder if they'd let me Who's making all that noise? It's all a bit fast for the sleepy hedgehog. Slow down, you're making me dizzy.
He won't find me in here.
Oh, where's he gone?
He's not down there.
Nor here, not a sniff of him. Whoa, he's fooled us. There he goes.
Slow coaches!
Victor the Vole is enjoying himself far too much to go to bed. In fact, he decides to take a walk in the woods. But it's starting to get very dark, and in the dark lurks danger. It's a barn owl.
Ooh, something tasty in the bushes. Ooh,
Lump-de-dump-de-toot.
I spy with my little eye.
Oh, Victor, you should have gone home. There's an owl watching you. What? Oh, no.
Something beginning with D. Dinner.
Good running, Victor.
Bother, I missed. Come out, little vole.
You won't get another chance. Neither will you if you stay out late again. Small animals with no prickles to protect them should be more careful. It's a warm summer evening in the woods around the schoolhouse. The deer is eating a late supper when a strange noise disturbs her. The baby ferrets are wide awake, although it's well past their bedtime.
Goodness me, what a din. You're going to keep everyone up. Isn't it time you went to sleep?
But the baby ferrets aren't listening. They're a few weeks old now, and all they're interested in is making the loudest noise they can. All the squawking wakes up the fox cubs.
Oh, where am I? What time is it? What's all that noise? Sounds like ferrets. Where are my brothers and sisters? Maybe we could go and play with them for a while.
So the foxes set off, chasing each other and looking for the cause of all the noise. Their mother calls after them.
Now don't you forget, those ferrets can bite!
Spike the hedgehog begins to stir too. He likes to hunt at night.
Come on, ferrets, come and play. Where are you? Are you down here?
Oh, kids, can't you go and play somewhere else?
No, we can't. We're too small.
Oh, well, you'll find yourselves in trouble if you don't keep that noise down. Spike is right. At night, the wood is a dangerous place for noisy youngsters. You never know who might be listening. From her perch, the barn owl listens and looks. Her eyesight is very sharp in the dark. She easily spots the baby ferrets. When they were smaller, they would have made a tasty meal, but luckily for them now, they've grown too big and heavy for the owl to pick up.
Shame. Too large for my claws. Oh, but what's that over there?
She spots a small shrew moving in the leaves and swoops down to catch it.
Shush, everyone! Come on now, guys, heads down!
The ferrets wisely decide to settle down. You never know, the owl might change her mind and come for them after all. The baby ferrets are asleep, but there are many animals who are very active at night. The gnats have come to dance around the night light in the yard. Moths too are attracted by the light and move towards it. And so is the cockchafer beetle, who likes to stretch his legs on warm summer nights. Down in the grass, Spike the Hedgehog settles down to give himself a good clean.
Oh, that's better. Helps keep the fleas off, you know. There we are. Now, what's that down there?
He's seen a moth in the grass.
All that washing's made me a bit peckish. Quickly now, I wonder if I can catch it.
And Spike waddles off up the garden in pursuit of his dinner. There's just time for one last bout of wrestling before Mother Fox calls in her youngsters.
Okay, time for bed. You can carry on your game tomorrow. Come on, I'll race you home.
Despite the warm summer weather, Bernie the Rabbit's not happy. He's the eldest of all the baby rabbits, and he thinks it's about time he was allowed out on his own. I mean, look at them. Little brothers and sisters everywhere. I need some space. I can't even eat in peace. I want to be grown up and brave. Independence. That's what I need. The chance to do things for myself. And so, while Mum's not looking, he says goodbye to the others and hops off up the garden in search of independence. He's not the only one who's getting bigger. These are Flora the hen's chicks. Their fluffy down has almost disappeared, and they are allowed out on their own now to scratch for grubs. Hello.
Oh, hello, Bernie. Where are all your brothers and sisters?
Oh, I've come out on my own. I'm going to be grown up and brave and independent from now on.
Oh, jolly good. Well, mind how you go.
And Bernie hops off again. He passes the cinnabar caterpillars, sunning themselves lazily. And at the top of the stalk, a solitary bee is busily feeding from the flowers. After a while, he comes to the woods and spots an old shed. Now, this looks promising. I wonder if I can get in and make a den. Now, that would be fun. I wouldn't go in there if I were you. That's where the gardener keeps his tools. Grown-up rabbits always explore everything. Off he goes to see what's round the other side. He's in for a surprise. What on earth is that? Hello, little rabbit. What you doing so far from home without your mother?
Hiya, Bernie. Have you come to join us for a nice meal of grass?
Shetland ponies are very small horses, but Misty the foal and her mum and dad still seem pretty big to Bernie, who's beginning to feel a little less brave. I wanted to be grown up and independent, but I'm not so sure now. Then the little rabbit spots one of his biggest enemies, the fox.
Rabbit burrow. That means rabbits.
Oh no.
I'm sure I can smell a rabbit round here.
Oh, where's my mum? I want to go home.
Come out, little rabbit. I know you're here somewhere.
Quick, keep low. Don't let him see me.
Little rabbit.
Fox, quick, run!
Fox? Fox? Oh! Come on, girls, run for it!
Bernie makes it safely back home. Whew. Can I come back in, please? I'm not sure I like being on my own.
Hello, Bernie. I thought you might change your mind.
Who wants to grow up too fast? Bernie's got the rest of his life to be brave. For now, all he really needs is his family.
Everyone can't be like us. We carry our homes around on our backs. It's much more convenient, you know.
That's all very well if you're a snail, but I think I'd look silly with a shell on my back. And the voles head off to the woods to look for a home. There are plenty of animals setting up home in the woods around the schoolhouse, but this is a dangerous place for the voles. They could become somebody's lunch.
Hello, little voles. Just you come over here. I could show you lots of places to live.
Don't listen to him.
The deer is right. The voles should keep well clear of the wily fox. Where hungry great tits come looking for peanuts from the feeder.
Come on, Peanut. Gotcha.
We can't live up there, we can't fly.
You can't live up here either, mate. It's too high. Too high. You'd be falling off here in no time. You stick down there where you're nice and safe.
So the voles go on their way. But they soon find out there are some parts of the garden that are safer than others.
Victor, it's the cat. Quick, let's make a run for it.
But lucky for them, the cat doesn't feel like hunting. She's going to have kittens any day now, and she'd rather find a shady spot to sit down. Now the pond could be a good place to make a home. This is where the newts live.
Morning, Victor. You're welcome to join us here, but you can't swim underwater, can you? We've got special skin to breathe through.
And the tadpoles breathe through gills on either side of their heads. The pond is really no place for a vole. Amongst the flower pots and rockery stones lives a family of snails.
All this fuss about finding a home. It's the same story every spring. I don't know why every... Victor? Victor, where are you?
Over here, dear.
This house is a mess, I tell you. I'm not spending another minute living under this log.
It's early spring, and the vole family is thinking of moving house. But where will they find the perfect home? Boo! The rabbits have moved into the best burrows, but with so many babies around, there'd never be room for a family of voles, too.
Come and play with us. Yeah, come on. We've got this great game. We're daring each other to sit in the dinner without Mum seeing.
Sorry, no time to play. We're looking for a new house.
What about over there?
In a corner of the garden is the bird box.
Come back to the garden, mate. We didn't mean all that about falling off the chimney. Yeah, we don't care if you can't fly. We're still your friends.
Come on, Vera. And the voles make their way back through the yard, past the puppy in his kennel, and back to their log.
You know, Victor, maybe this isn't such a bad place to live after all.
You're right, Vera, and there's plenty of food to eat.
A bit of spring cleaning and the mess will be cleared up in no time.
And they set about tidying up. After all their travels, the voles realize that really, there's no place like home.